Hello again, YouTubers. This is your host, Black Samurai 7. I just want to post a video on another article that I read today. And this is regarding another sick story. And this is regarding the story about drug abuse destroying families. And this is one particular family in Ohio. And a mother who decided to not get clean and continued being a drug addict. And she was using heroin. Also her mother too. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. And it's one thing being a parent and doing drugs, and it's another to that impacting your child, and your child end up using drugs. And guess what happened? Her 16-year-old son using heroin, and he died. And that's just totally sad that this happened. He was only 16. That's awful. To read this article and just read this article and just see the sadness that this brings to me. Just feel it. Just feeling it is awful. I just can't believe that any mother would do that to their child. It's bad enough that she didn't get clean, but yet her son ended up doing it. I'm going to say this about when it comes to parents who are addicted to street drugs like heroin, cocaine, and everything else. I think it makes perfectly sense to get yourself off of this just to make sure that your child doesn't end up doing this, because it's bad enough that you could die from this, and what makes it worse is your child ends up dying from that. And because of the fact you made the choice, you made that decision to do those drugs. That's true. But your son, your little boy, who could have grown up to be something in life in the future, now he can no longer get that opportunity and use that to its full potential. He can no longer do it. And that's awful. Dang. And I always got to remember, in the good book, our enemy is not against flesh and blood. It's Satan. He's the enemy. And I feel so bad that Satan came crouching up in his family and destroyed his family by the power of drugs. And that's awful. I know plenty of people who did street drugs and they decided to get off of it. They got off of it and they got clean. And they're doing something else in their life. Instead of destroying their life with drugs, they're trying to help save lives. And that makes sense. And it's just awful. I feel bad for this family who is suffering dearly for the loss of this boy. And I really hope that the police will do something about this, like just will do and stand in this fight, this war on drugs. There's a war on drugs out there here in America. There is. And I hope that every cop will stand and fight in this war and not give up. And of course, when it comes to war, there's going to be some loss. And we faced the loss of this child. And I hope the police, every police officer will stand and fight in this war against drugs and not give up. They will not give up and keep on fighting. And anytime they ever see anybody with drugs, just arrest them peacefully, take them into the station and get some counseling, enlist them in programs, recovery programs, substance abuse programs, where they can get themselves into a better position. And they can say, this poison, I was going to give up my life for this poison. And that's not good. Because if I continued using this poison and putting this inside my body, I'm killing myself. And that's basically how it is. Drug abuse, it's no different than suicide. And look what happened. I'm going to say this boy committed suicide. I'm going to say that. I'm calling this a suicide. And you know what? The mother and his grandmother, they got arrested for this. And I feel glad that they did, because it's because of them. It's sad. It's sad because of them. The mother and the grandmother, they're both guilty in this. They should have never, ever brought those freaking drugs into the house. They should have never done it. And then look what happened. And of course, people can say, oh, well, they can do drugs by going in another room in the house and make sure. No. It doesn't matter. It does not matter where in the house, wherever in the house where drugs are being used, when there's kids in there. It doesn't matter where. And it's sad that these people do not understand that. And it's some people, when it comes to that, it destroys trust. Drug abuse destroys trust. It really does. And there was people that I know personally who I love and respect who are abusing drugs. I don't think I can trust them. I don't think I can. And that's the way it works. And I have to say, rest in peace to this 16-year-old boy. Rest in peace to him and healing to his family. Now, that's all I got to say about this. Feel free to like, comment, and favorite my video, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. See you guys later.